Greetings everybody. What I have here today are two different types of snake fruit. This here is Salacca zalacca, which is a very popular snake fruit that you would find in Malaysia, Indonesia, China, other parts of Southeast Asia. This is quite popular. This is Thai snake fruit, also known as Sala, and the species on this is Salacca wallichiana. I reviewed both of these before in the past, but never side by side. I think it'll be interesting to try these side by side because they are very, very different. If you have had snake fruit in the past and you didn't like it, it might be because you had one of these and not the other. A lot of people like this one more, a lot of people like this one more. Me, let's find out. How you open a snake fruit, so you take the top, give it a little break, and just go along like this. You gotta be careful not to just get at it with your fingertips because, as you can see here, the snake fruit has a very thin, scaly skin to it, and these little guys come apart, and because they're so thin, it can actually get under your fingernails, and that is not a good time. So you gotta be a little bit careful peeling it. Alright, yeah, this one looks quite ripe. It's got a few little dark spots on it, which means it's a little bit more than ripe. But I think that's a good thing, because if you get this underripe, it's a bad time.
It's giving me like dry mouth, which is a sign that it's not ripe.
If you get a little overripe, it should just be sweeter, within reason. After a while, it'll start tasting, fermented. You don't want that. Okay, same thing with this guy. And this one is even more dangerous on the outside because it's a little bit spiky. And if you go at that with your fingernails, it's going to give you a worse time than the Indonesian variety. So I'm going to give that a little crack like that. And oh, I should point out that this one, as you can see, has two lobes in it. You take off the skin like that. Two lobes. The other variety has three, usually. In this case, it's got two big ones and one little guy right there. So let's start with the Indonesian snake fruit, the darker one here. Good. Yeah, that's a good ripeness. I think being a little overripe is the way to go because a little underripe, it's usually bad news. It's not giving me any dry mouth. The texture of this is kind of like jackfruit, firm and rubbery, maybe like biting into a clove of garlic. It doesn't taste like a clove of garlic, but it's firm, and you can even see in there, you can see it's like not the most juicy of fruits. It's got a nice crunch to it. And the flavor of this, it's got a little bit of pineapple to it and a little bit of jackfruit to it. And jackfruit's kind of hard to explain. It's like a lot of different tropical flavors put together. If you ever had juicy fruit gum is flavored after jackfruit. So that's maybe the most relatable way of describing it. It's quite sweet. This is maybe 7 out of 10. I've had ones that were less sweet than that, but this one is quite sweet out of the ones I've had in the past. And no tartness to it. Maybe a little bit, like a 1 out of 10. And it's good. I really like these, and I find them quite satisfying just because it has that crunch to it. But the flavor is relatively mild. That is not the case with the Thai snake fruit. So the Thai snake fruit, as you can see, it's got a little bit more of an orange color. So here's the Indonesian one. You can see it's a little bit pale. This one, a little bit more orange. And although this one, it's kind of crunchy in there, this one, juicy. I don't know if you saw the juice just spray out of my mouth, but you can maybe see in there it's glistening a little bit. Far less dry than this guy. And it's nice. It's nice and satisfying. That's interesting. This one is seedless, randomly. Huh. Never seen that before. Sweetness on this is actually a little bit more than this. I'd give this one an 8. Very sweet. It's a little bit more tart. Less than an orange though. I'd give it like a 4 out of 10 on tartness. Little hint of bitterness in this that you don't get from the other one. And as far as the flavor goes, the Thai snake fruit tastes similar to the Indonesian snake fruit, only it is more sour, it's more sweet, it has a slight bitterness to it, and it has more of a pineapple flavor. So it still has the jackfruit pineapple thing going on, but leaning more in the direction of the pineapple. That, with the different texture, makes it quite different. And this is the second lobe, and it's also seedless. Wild. Is this like a seedless variety? Let me try another one. I've never seen that before. I want to show you the seeds, but let's see if there are seeds to show. I've got another one. So let's see. Pop this guy open. Here's one. This one's a bit bigger. Yeah, this one's got a seed in it. So I could show you that. I could also show you that the Thai variety, the flesh adheres onto the seed a little bit. With the Indonesian variety, you can just pop it out with your fingers. You don't need to like scrape it off with your teeth. This one separates from the seed pretty easily. And that's the, there you go, there's the seed of the Indonesian variety. Yeah, because there's 2 lobes in the Thai variety and 3 lobes in the Indonesian variety, they have a different shape. The Thai is like half a circle. So maybe it looks like a little bit like a large coffee bean because of that. It's like round on one side, flat on the other. And the Indonesian variety, because of there being 3, it's kind of triangular. They fit, you know, next to each other. So a little bit interesting. Obviously one is bigger than the other. Indonesian one is bigger than the Thai one. So it's hard to pick one over the other with these because they are so different. I think I like the flavor of the Thai variety more, just because it's more powerful. But I like the texture of the Indonesian variety more. I think if I were to sit down and eat like a whole bunch of these, I would probably go with the Indonesian variety. If I just wanted like one piece, I'd go the Thai variety because it just kind of like sticks with you a little bit more. But they're both equally good for different reasons. And unfortunately, it's something that's very difficult to find outside Asia. I've seen it in Costa Rica, and maybe it grows in the US, but it's not easy to find. I've never seen it there. But if you end up going to Southeast Asia or to China, definitely take a look for these because they are really, really good. One of my favorite fruits, and they look really cool too. So I think that's about it. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.
I would like to give a big thank you to Smarter Everyday, Bill T, and Joseph McCorkle. They are mega patrons on patreon.com. Patreon is how I keep this channel going. It is a huge help, so thank you. And to anyone watching who is interested in learning more about how you can support the channel and get some really cool bonuses in return, like early access to videos, exclusive videos, there's over 100 of those. There's even a level where I will send you things in the mail. You gotta check it out, so check out the link in the description below.